My grandfather always said God was watching, but the man never once looked heaven-bound. I came back home at 30 for his funeral, held in the same backyard where I used to catch fireflies. But this time, the air felt heavier, like it knew something. I didn't. The whole family stood there, black clothes, blank faces, not a word spoken, not a song, closed casket, no sermon, which was strange, because Grandpa was a preacher, built his own church with his bare hands behind the house, always kept the door chained. I remember asking about it once when I was a kid. He just stared at me and said, "That place ain't for you." Nobody ever went inside. After the service, my uncle shook my hand. His palm was cold. He leaned in and said, "Don't wander out back tonight." I didn't ask why. I didn't have to. That church had been pulling at me since I was a child, and now that the old man was gone, there was no one left to stop me. That night, after everyone was asleep, I grabbed a flashlight and snuck out. The trees were dead silent, not a single cricket. I went into the shed and found an old rusted key in a cigar box labeled fence lock. But when I held it, I knew exactly where it fit. The church door groaned when I opened it. Inside, it was ice cold. No pews, no cross, just darkness and dust. And the walls, they were covered in paintings, people kneeling, monsters with too many eyes, a man on fire smiling. Symbols were carved deep into the wood, like they'd been scratched by nails or bone. They pulsed in the light like veins. At the center was a stone altar, black-stained, thick with the smell of old blood. I was about to leave, heart racing, hands slick with sweat, when I heard something beneath the floorboards. A knock. Slow, deliberate. Then again. I didn't wait for a third. I ran back to the house, slammed the door, locked it twice. The next morning I asked my uncle, "What the hell is in that church?" He didn't blink, he just said, "He built that place to keep it trapped, and now he's gone." I didn't leave the house all day. Couldn't eat, couldn't think. My grandfather wasn't just some fire and brimstone preacher. He was jailer to something locked in that church. I cornered my uncle that evening, told him what I saw. The blood, the paintings, the knocking. He didn't deny a word, just sat down, lit a cigarette and said, "Your granddaddy made a deal before you were born." Something came to him in his lowest hour. It promised power, healing, protection. But it wanted worship. And blood. My skin went cold. He worshipped it? No, he said. He feared it. So he made a place to feed it, then trap it. Locked it in with symbols, rites, and his life. The deal was simple. It stays bound as long as the one who made the pact keeps breathing. My voice cracked. So, now that he's dead, it's awake, hungry, and looking for someone new. My uncle looked me dead in the eyes. "You're the first male in the bloodline. You're what it wants now." I backed away. "You knew this? All of you?" He nodded. "That's why no one spoke at the funeral. You speak its name, you wake it faster. That's why the casket was closed. Not because of the fire, but because his mouth wouldn't stay shut." My stomach turned. They were preparing me, not mourning, offering. That night, I heard the front door creak open on its own, then shut. A low hum started in the woods, like chanting, but no words. I looked outside. Candles, flickering in a circle around the church. My family. My blood. Holding hands, singing without sound. They were ready to give me to it. But I wasn't theirs anymore, and I sure as hell wasn't its. I grabbed a gas can from the shed, walked right into that cursed church, sloshed fuel over every wall, every sigil, every shadow. The air felt thick like it was pressing back. Beneath the altar, the knocking began again, faster, louder, like fists, then a whisper in my head. "Kneel." I lit a match. I didn't kneel. I burned it. The church screamed. The floorboards cracked open and something black tried to rise, but the flames swallowed it first. I walked out without looking back. My family stood frozen. Some dropped to their knees. Some ran. Me? I just walked. My grandfather made a deal with a monster, but I ended it. This bloodline answers to no shadow. Not anymore.